The world was making mockery of us a few weeks ago when we are suddenly published that, oh, there was this Euro Africa CCI investment of $250 million that was coming into the state. And when some of us heard it, it sounded good and nice, but we had
Hmm.
to question it and investigate even further. And we found out that it was just a simple fluke. Maybe fraudsters were putting themselves together to defraud the Edo people. And on behalf of the government, we spoke out. And that was how that matter was killed and it was never resolved. Again, we've come up with this issue of 14,000 hectares. And many have argued that if you take away 14,000 hectares from Edo South, how much land do you have left, if at all? So, how is it? Where is such land located that there's 14,000 hectares of bare land such that a 17-year-old had the capacity to procure such a property and had government issued documents, possibly signed by the governor, issued to him? Before EBS will publish anything, it must come from Government House. The Chief Press Secretary must be aware of what is being put out to the people. The MD of EBS must be aware of what information government is bringing to be published to the Edo people. How is it then? We were on our own when the state government published this information on EBS and on other newspaper platforms, and the people were taken aback. What kind of confusion is this? Many of us pretended, like as usual, we knew those in government have a trouble with figures. We are aware that some people have those kind of disabilities where they can't really call figures or they can't really appreciate figures.
Hmm.
We are used to seeing that happen, with those in government. So we felt maybe they wanted to say 1 hectare or they wanted to say 4 hectares.
Yeah.
But then when journalists started to investigate so that it could make sense to the people, then there was a second twist to it. Imagine if the agencies saddled with the duty to administer land in the state is saying that they are not aware of such information and they read it on social media just like every one of us. Does that not tell you that
It's
there's crisis
worrisome.
in the government?
Very
If the
bothersome.
Yes, if the Edo Geographic Information Service is saying that we are not aware, and then they reach out to the chief press secretary, to the state governor, who also said he was not aware. From whence did the EBS get that information from?
Governor Okpebholo made known his decision to suspend assent to certificate of occupancy during an engagement with a non-governmental organization in Benin City. He stated that the move is part of an ongoing investigation to uncover the source of wealth of a 17-year-old who reportedly acquired 14,000 hectares of land in Edo State. The governor emphasized that such a vast acquisition by a minor raises serious concerns, particularly in a time when many appears indifferent to the sources of wealth, especially among youth.
And it was published a few days after that, there was no such thing. So one would have thought that in a decent society, where wrong information is being published and put before the Edo people, and it is found out to be wrong, for example, somebody must take responsibility for it. The CPS, if he authorized it, must apologize to the people for misinformation and disinformation. If that is not the case, the MD of EBS must apologize and resign his position because now we do not
Oh.
have confidence in whatever is said to us. Because if government makes a claim and government cannot put paid to that claim or to substantiate that claim, that means there's a cacophony of discontentment, either in the government or there's a barrage of deliberate misinformation to be put forward to the Edo people. And that is not a glitch, that is a catastrophe. And the people must call it what it is. And if we must fix culpability where it is, the CPS is culpable, the MD of Edo GS is culpable, the MD of EBS is culpable. those three gentlemen should have honorably resigned their position because this is making a joke of the Edo State government.
They felt like, to me, it just feels like, okay, they are doing inner eye a service. They are doing him something nice by answering information. See, our mindset is the one that is really troubling us. Plus, we are in a blind administration. Our mindset is so wrong that when you are in power and you've been asked questions, you feel like you're doing us something, some good, some service. We should stop that, because accountability, what I see with accountability is being able to explain what you are doing. This is our money. You get
Absolutely.
me?
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You made a statement just now that I don't agree with. You said that we have a blind administration. I don't agree with that.
Okay, sir. Leave me on.
No, let me tell you why. A blind person is somebody who sees darkness. But the administration we have today, they have no eyes, let alone being blind.
Oh, there's a difference. I see.
There's a big
You
difference.
are smart.
Yeah, because a blind person can see, but all he sees is darkness. But the one who was born without eyes is in a different world entirely. And that is why we must celebrate people like Timothy Osenrige, Inner Eye. They have taken it upon themselves to speak up and to speak out for the benefit of the Edo people. Timothy, to the very extent I know, is not a politician. He's an average Edo man who wants the best for the state. So when there appears to be an issue that appears to be incorrect or people are not sure of, every Edo man will want to pry into what the issues are to investigate. That's what the gentleman has done. And I'm acutely aware that they are deliberately trying to silence him. I'm acutely aware that they are deliberately trying to intimidate him. And the Edo people must rise up to his defense. We must speak up for him and speak out for him, because what he has done does not benefit him as an individual, but it benefits 6 million Edo people on whose taxes those in government are being serviced.
The journalist and civil servant from Edo State, whose only offense was asking questions. Remember him? You remember this guy? He was the first to publicly question the now infamous 14,000 hectare land story. He called the Edo GIS boss to verify what the governor supposedly said. And for that act of journalism, he's been queried, formally punished by the state he serves. When I called the permanent secretary, I wasn't actually expecting a fight. I only wanted to ask one simple question. Who authorized the query? But she immediately went into talking mode, over talking me, interrupting and repeating the same phrases. Right formally, I'm driving, talk to the director. You see, her reaction was very, very telling. It was already telling from the beginning, because instead of answers, I got interruptions. She spoke fast, cut me off, hung up twice. Then I called back, and she insisted I send an email or speak to the director of administration. Yet, in her own words, she admitted
everything in the ministry comes from my table, ends and begins from my table.
And unknowingly, she added,
Even I, as a permanent secretary, on most of the things I'm doing, I'm either directed by the governor or the head of service.